Well, welcome to the hospital ball field for this Friday night strikes edition of Baby Blue Memories, presenting Kahnawake Warhawks baseball. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Tonight, a matchup featuring the 2-12-1 U13A Suroit Blue Voltigeurs taking on the 0-15 Kahnawake Warhawks. Jared Horn taking the mound as the starting pitcher. Kingston DeLille at catcher. Mathis Levesque, the call-up for Mercier, getting the start at second base. Nash and Mayo over at first. Neil Honda, Daibo at third. There's ball one, by the way, to the leadoff batter. Felix St. Pierre, tonight's starting pitcher. Slade Two Rivers at short. In left, we have Leonardo Nuquas Goodleaf. Over in center, we have Shane Jacobs, and in right field we have Danny Cross. As there's ball two to St. Pierre. St. Pierre, Zach Longtain, and Thomas Mir, the three set to debut against Horn. And his 2-0 pitch. Ball three. Amonte, by the way, the leading pitch count for the Warhawks this year. Coming into tonight, he has pitched 18 innings. Once again, getting the call, and right now behind 3-0. First meeting between these two teams went the way of the Voltigeurs, 15-9.
Let's go, Felix.
And here's a 3-0 pitch. And he got the green light on 3-0 and missed. 3-1 the count. I like that. I like swinging on 3-0 because you're guaranteed more than likely to get something in your reach. And that's off the plate for ball four, and they have a leadoff walk to St. Pierre. And don't forget, in this league, when the pitcher has it, it doesn't mean it's a dead ball. That's the difference between U13A and U13B. Here's Zach Longtain stepping in for the Voltigeurs. Monty throws back to Nash and Mayo over at first. Nashton with the ball fake. I think I've seen that work once. But still, it's one time. The only thing worse than one is zero. Strike one down Broadway. St. Pierre got a good jump. The throw to second. Scooped out by Levesque, and he's got himself a steal. And a runner in scoring position for the Voltigeurs. 0-1 on the batter, Longtain. St. Pierre taking the lead at second. And that's hit into deep left. And that got lost in the sun. Goodleaf tracks it. Thrown in to Slade Two Rivers, and that is an RBI double. Could be more runners taking off. Mayo, the cannon, the throw down to third, and it gets away from Daibo. And Daibo throws it in, and it hits him in the back. Two 2-0 Voltigeurs. That's going to be a painful inside the park home run. Good throw from Daibo, almost too good. As he hit her, she hit her target right in the back. 2-0 lead for Suroit. And that's Thomas Mir swinging late, 0-1 the count. 2-0. Bases empty here in the top of the first with nobody out. Here's the 0-1. That's a little high and outside, 1-1 the count. 2-0 lead for the Voltigeurs here in the top of the first. Outside and low, 2-1 the count. Monty just has to elevate that pitch a little bit. He's got a good location, just missing outside. 2-1 the pitch. And that's skied into shallow left center, and it's dropped. Good traction there by Slay Two Rivers out in shallow left. Unfortunately, that sunshine really coming down on the left side of the field. And that's where the Voltigeurs have put two of the balls in play thus far. As Nicolas Hebert, the cleanup hitter, second baseman, stepping into bat. 2-0 Suroit. The throw back to first. Mir comes back. Umpire calls, or Mir calls time. 2-0 lead Suroit. Runner on first base for the Voltigeurs. Runner's taking off. The throw down Broadway. Throw down to second. And the runner has stolen base.
Let's go, Nick.
0-1 the count. Low. Throw down to third. 1-1 the count. Some of his pitches are just missing too. I mean, he's got some good location on those pitches. 1-1 the count. Horns 1-1 pitch. High for ball 2. Justin Turcotte on deck for the Voltigeurs. Both teams with only 9 tonight. Ball 3 that gets past DeLille, and the runner advances to third. Coming up on Sunday night, the U13A Warhawks will be in action at Field of Dreams, 5 o'clock start. They'll take on Terrebonne. Hit well up the middle, and that will get through to the outfield for a base hit. Hebert rounding. And it's 3-0 on the RBI single for Nick Hebert. And in steps Justin Turcotte.
Let's go, Stein.
Horn throws back the first. Mayo with the catch. He's safe at first. Runner takes off the throw. That's caught and in the strike zone. So Hebert steals second. High. One and one the count. Voltigeurs by 3. And that swung on and missed for strike 2. That's in there. It got him on the outside corner at the knees, and Gerardo Duhorn has his first strikeout of the evening. Out number 1. And in steps Charles-Éric Tremblay, the first baseman. 3-0 lead for the Voltigeurs with 1 out. Gerardo Duhorn winds up. Low for ball 1. Man, that location too is just getting good pitches. Had a little bit of bad luck earlier. A couple of misplays in the outfield, but he's pitching well thus far. That's high and inside. The throw down to third. Gets away and into the outfield. And that will make it 4-0 Voltigeurs with 1 out. So that's run number 4 of the inning. 1 out and the bases are empty, and 2-0 to count on Tremblay. 1 out Jojeru do Horn recording the strikeout in his last batter. The 2-0. That's upstairs, 3-0 the count. Benjamin Boutier on deck. And that'll be ball 4. If you're the Warhawks, you're looking for a ground ball up the middle, ideally at your second baseman or shortstop here. Something you never see in the big leagues is a left-handed short middle infielder. Shortstop, Slade Two Rivers, the left-hander. Throw back to first. Mayo trying to catch his man leaning off the bag. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Balls, strikes, and bucks. You can find it all at Mohawk Super Bingo. Ball's up in the air, throw down a second, coming. Levesque has to come out and meet it. And the 5th run of the inning is now 160 feet away from home. Here's the 2-0. Runner's going, and it's fouled back. And I think the ump's life flashed right before his eyes on that comebacker. 2-1 the count. Loic Boursier on deck. Don't forget, both teams with only 9 players tonight. Warhawks with a call up from U13A Mercier. Ball's outside, the throw down to third. It's a good one, and he beats it out. Three and 1 the count. A shot to the outfield, even if it's caught, could possibly result in the 5th run. 3 and 1 the count. And that swung on and missed. Good pitch. Full count now on Boutier. Oh, sorry, 2-2. Even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down. 4 runs in for Suroit. And Horns 2-2. Hit on the ground to Levesque, and that'll get through to the outfield. And that is run number 5. So the Voltigeurs max out here in the top of the first. 5-0 Suroit. Two Rivers, Cross, and Horn coming up to bat for the Warhawks. Welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning here on Friday Night Strikes. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. The Suroit Voltigeurs blew up by a score of 5-0 over the Kahnawake Warhawks. New to the channel, please give us a subscribe. In français, I believe that's inscrivez-vous à notre channel. 820 subscribers à ce moment. On aurait besoin 1000. Cherchez sur YouTube. Baby Blue Memories. There we go. That's my French for the night. Slade Two Rivers leading things off against tonight's starting pitcher Felix St. Pierre. He's backed up by Charles-Éric Tremblay over at first, Nicolas Hebert at second, Turcotte at short. And some sweet chin music for Two Rivers having to duck out of the way, 1-0 the count. Shortstop, Turcotte we mentioned, Zach Longtang at third, Boutier, Boursier, and Richard left, center, and right respectively. And Two Rivers smacks this one foul. Good contact, he just got ahead of that pitch and drove it about 20 feet foul, 1-1 the count. By the way, 20 feet really isn't that bad. If I could hit my tee shot 20 yards, 20 feet within play, I'd be happy. Two Rivers fouls this one off, and Tremblay tracking it down, couldn't get it. 1-2 the count here. Ardat Dehadani, Cross, and Jojeru do Horn, the next 2 batters. The 1-2. Ooh, that's behind him. 2-2 the count. First time I've seen a lefty thrower bat right-handed since Ricky Henderson, for you baseball fans out there, the leading base stealer. Actually, greatest leadoff hitter of all time. And Slade's hitting leadoff. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch misses outside, and we've got a full count. Right out there, Danny Cross on deck for the Warhawks. Here's the full count offering. Two Rivers, a check swing, and it goes back to the pitcher. And if that was hit a little bit more to left, that might have been affected by the sun. Instead, it's just a lazy pop out for out number one. And here comes Danny Cross. Danny Cross, number 2 hitter, playing right field tonight. Cross swings over the top of this one, 0-1 the count. Jojeru Duhorn on deck for the Hawks. Check swing, he holds off, 1-1 the count. That's high, and it's 2-1 the count. Off speed pitch there. Good to mix it up. St. Pierre's throwing a lot of heat. Speaking of heat, that's all we've seen. This is the coldest day in a week. 29 degrees the high. Foul tipped in the mitt, 2-2 the count. Outside, and we've got a full count. Here's the 3-2. And that is foul tipped in the mitt, caught for strike 3, and there are 2 outs. Now batting Jojeru Duhorn, tonight's starting pitcher for the Hawks. Outside, 1-0 the count. The cleanup hitter, Nashton Mayo, on deck. So 4 righties to start for the Warhawks in the lineup. Changeup finds its way in there, even count 1-1. And you figure the righty on lefty matchup should favor the player that is batting. Horn makes good contact to opposite field, but it's caught on the line drive by Noah Richard, and that's going to do it for the bottom half of the first. 1-2-3 go the Warhawks in this inning. It's 5-0 Suroit. Welcome back to the top half of the second inning here on Friday Night Strikes. 5-0 lead for Suroit over the Warhawks in U13A action. There's ball 1 to Loic Boursier. Some flip-flopping in terms of the left side of the infield. Kingston DeLille moves from behind the plate to left field. There's strike 1 down Broadway. The Nukos Goodleaf has moved to third, and Neo Honda Daibo has moved behind the plate. And that is right down Old Malone Highway for strike 2, 1-2 the count. Horn has already gotten 1 strikeout on the evening, hoping to get number 2 here. The 1-2. That one hops the bag and goes over the catcher, 2-2 the count. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs, and we've got a full count. The rest of the infield stays the same. 2 Rivers at third, Mayo at first, Levesque at second. That misses low, and that is ball 4. And Noah Richard, the call-up from U13A, will stand in the batter's box here. No stealing for the Voltigeurs. That misses, ball 1. And you know what? I guess that could work as kind of your advantage because now you could throw heat without the risk of being burned. Hey, play with fire, get burned. I'm a lyricist, and there's ball 2 as it misses low on Richard. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the lineup coming up next with St. Pierre on deck. So Jared do horn, sets, trying to calm himself down there on the mound. Hit on the ground, that's gonna find a hole on the right side of the infield. Throw, Two Rivers, and that one nearly plunked Borsier, and it's a double for Richard. Opposite field hit. And Justin Horn's gonna gather up the troops. Don't forget, coming up on Sunday, the race to the regionals continues with the U13A Warhawks playing host to the Terrebonne Gladiators. Kahnawake 7-6-2, second place in that league. And then next Monday, we will have the U9Bs in action against an opponent to be determined. And then next Tuesday, the U13B Warhawks will play on the road, taking on the Chateauguay Red Sox Blue. We're just calling them Blue Sox, please. Next Thursday, the U11B Warhawks will be in action at home against an opponent to be determined. And that's the first time we'll see the U11Bs. And then finally, next Saturday, U15Bs in action July 30th. That's swung on and drilled into right field. Oh, and that one hops the right fielder. 2 runs will score. Ball gets by, Horn to the catcher. And St. Pierre will trot into second. And it is now 7-0 Voltigeurs. So here's Zach Longtang, who homered back in the top of the first. Ball gets away, no stealing. And of course, the Sunday after, which will be July 31st, so after we see the debut of the U9s, U11s, and U15s, ball 2, by the way, on Longtang, the U15A Warhawks will play host to the Presqu'île Pirates. This, of course, the race to the regionals, heating up here on Baby Blue Memories. Ball 3 on Longtang. Thomas Mir on deck for the Voltigeurs. Here's a 3-0. That misses low, and it is ball 4, and the Voltigeurs have 2 runners on. And what could be run number 5 of the inning? Mir stepping into bat. Swung on and missed. Nothing and 1 the count. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Last time we seen this Warhawks team, they lost 26-16, and that one is swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. That was a shootout here back on June the 3rd when they played against the St. Lazare Mustangs. 26-16. That's hit up the middle, knocked down by Two Rivers. Good play, and he will take it over to second. Meanwhile, Mir looking to get over to second. He's going to be forced back, so it's a fielder's choice. Runners on the corners, 1 down. Long tank gets thrown out. trying to get to second. So there's one down, runners on the corners, and what would be run number 5 of the inning, Nikolai Hebert standing into bat. Facing ball 1, 1-0 the count. Hebert singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the top half of the first inning. Oh, I think that hit Daibo. It did not hit Hebert. It hit Daibo's glove. 2-0 the count. Justin Turcotte on deck for Suroit. Jojerdu Duhorn's pitch. Foul tipped in the mitt. Good catch by Daibo. Strike 1. Swung on and missed, and that is strike 2, and we have a 2-2 count. That is right down Old Malone Highway for strike number 3. 2 down as Turcotte steps in. Okay, we have a fan telling me to change the roads. Okay, that's down Principal Street in Chattagee. There you go. Ball 1. Swung on and hit into deep right. And that gets over the right fielder's glove. 1 run scores. And runners are now on the corners. Opposite field single. And you know what? If you could put that ball into opposite field, good things can happen. Runners on the corners. Charles-Eric Tremblay coming in. He has not had an official at bat. He walked and scored back in the first. Strike 1.
Go, Charles.
And now we're going to have a balk warning, I think, issued to Jojerdu Duhorn. Yeah, you know what? For all my knowledge of sports, balk was like the #1 thing that I just never had an idea how to explain. Basically what happens is if you're a pitcher and you take your step back and then you step back out off of the mound while looking at a base, then both runners advance. And that's your baseball lesson 101. I'm Brandon Bordeaux. Thank you very much. 2 down, 2 runners on for Suroit, 3 runs in. Jojerdu Duhorn's pitch. Upstairs. Don't forget, the Voltigeurs can't steal, so 1-1 the count here. 2 down, you just want to focus on the man at the plate. Ball gets away. 2-1 the count here on Tremblay with Benjamin Boutier on the deck for the Voltigeurs. Not as breezy as last night. Last night was extremely blustery in that 12-11 Warhawks U13B win over the Lachine Ace. Off the plate. Three balls and a strike here. That is low. That's ball 4. And the bases are loaded here with 2 outs. So here's Boutier. And And Justin Horn will come in. And we're going to have a pitching change here for the Warhawks. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers. Don't forget, Mohawk Super Bingo open for your tickets each and every single day from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And Zoom bingo sessions still in order. It's the hottest time of the year. Why not play a hot game as well? Mohawk Super Bingo. And Arate Hadani Cross will step in to pitch. We're going to take a pause for the cause. Ball one to Benjamin Boutier, new Warhawks pitcher in the game. Arate Hadani Cross, who moves from right field to the mound. And that's popped in the infield. And that pitching change worked. That's out number 3 on the pop-up, and that will do it. So the Voltigeurs score 3 and up their lead to 8. Hey, just a little history. On this day back last year, July 22nd, 2021, the Adam A Warhawks were down 10-2 against the Voltigeurs Gray and came back to win in the open inning 12-11. All right, here we go with the bottom half of the second inning here on Friday Night Strikes on Baby Blue Memories. Kahnawake U13A Warhawks trailing 8-0 in the bottom of the second. There's ball one to the cleanup hitter, Nashton Mayo. Mayo, Neo Handa'a Daibo, and Shane Jacobs do up for the Hawks here. Mayo, who's actually a second-year Adam player, made the jump. Lays off the, or second-year Mosquito player, sorry, so second-year U11. But we seen him up with the U13Bs last year in their run to the second round of the provincials. And quickly, Mayo's ahead in the count here on St. Pierre, 3-0. See if he's given the green light on 3-0. And he wanted to swing, but decides I'll take the base. First base runner of the game for the Warhawks. Nashton Mayo draws a walk. In steps Neo Handa'a Daibo. Lefty on righty matchup. 5th righty in a row for the Warhawks. And Daibo comes through with a good swing. Not able to make contact. 0-1 the count. Sorry, Daibo falls this one back, nothing is due to count. I don't know if you saw that boat in the background, but if I had a boat like that, I'd drive it everywhere too. Here's the 0-2 to Daibo. Off the plate, 1-2 the count. Good eye by Daibo. Mayo on first. Getting instructions from his grandfather, Coach Norton. Daibo fouls this one back, and we still got that bat going here. Voltigeurs scored 5 in the first, 3 in the second. Warhawks were held in check in the bottom half of the first. And that swung on and missed for strike 3. Daibo might have chased one there, and there's one down. So here's Shane Jacobs, lefty on lefty matchup. Jacobs behind on that pitch at strike 1.
Exact. Lance ça par là.
Jacobs pops this one up in the infield. That's going to fall. And Mayo's going to get picked off here as Mayo wasn't sure. So Jacobs reaches on a fielder's choice. As Deonara Datenyukwas Goodleaf will step into bat here for the Hawks. Kingston DeLille on deck. Don't forget, Jacobs has some speed down there, and he's taking off. And he got a really good jump. Jacobs with the steal, runner on second, and the Warhawks have someone in scoring position here.
Hey les gars, tassez-moi un peu là.
And runner's going again. And Jacobs slides and gets in there. Good job by Jacobs calling time. So 160 feet covered in 2 pitches. 2-0 the count on Goodleaf the batter. That's right down Broadway for strike 1. And that swung on and missed, and we've got an even count 2-2. 2-2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kingston DeLille on deck.
Hey, on regarde la game, les gars!
And that is going to do it for the bottom half of the second. It's 8-0 Suroit going into the top of the third. Back to the hospital ball field with the top half of the third inning. Suroit Voltigeurs Bleu on top of the U13A Warhawks by a score of 8-0. Louis Borsier stepping into bat. Watches this lob go in. Just low though for ball 1. Nice little off-speed pitch there from Cross. The sidearm motion. Just when you think you've figured out pitchers as a batter, you have something like that thrown in. I compare it to like the zone defense in basketball. You're just so not used. It's so unorthodox. Cross behind in the count here, 3-0. Noah Richard on deck for the Voltigeurs. That's in there. Right down the pipe, 3-1 the count. And that finds its way right between the eyes for strike 2. It was the full count offering. That misses high and it's ball 4. So here's Noah Richard, who has doubled, drove in a run, and scored. Smoked up the middle, and that'll get by Levesque into center. And one hop, 2 rivers at center field. Slade throws it in. Levesque flicks it, and that will force in a run. RBI double and is 9-0 Voltigeurs. Back to the top of the lineup with Felix St. Pierre batting. Off the plate, ball 1. Warhawks have shifted things a little bit again. We'll get to those changes in just a bit. Ball gets by St. Pierre, 2-0 the count. Mayo has moved from first to third. Jogerdo Duhorn is in from right field over at first. Levesque stays at second. Goodleaf's moved to left. Two Rivers is in center. Hit on the ground, and that'll get through into right field. Richard turns third. And a run scores. Second run of the inning for the Voltigeurs.
Let's go, Zach.
And in steps Longtang. Ball one. That's over the strike zone, but not inside of it. 2-0 the count. Longtang hits one to third. Mayo with the dive from his backside. He can't get the throw in. And now no one's covering third. And now runners are on the corners.
Jump it short.
In steps Thomas Mir, 1 for 2, has singled and reached base on a fielder's choice. And swings through this one, nothing and 1 the count. Off the plate, even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smacked up the middle, that'll get through to center. Two Rivers picks it up. Throw down to third. That's a beauty by Slade, but it bounces by Nash. RBI double for Mir. And 2 runners in scoring position. Those would be the final 2 runners which Suroit could score in this inning. And it's 11-0. Nicolas Hebert, 1 for 2, struck out in his last plate appearance. Watches ball 1 come off the plate, 1-0 the count. Fouled back. 1-1 the count. Inside, 2-1 the count. Warhawks missing their pitcher who has thrown the second most innings this year, Cage McCumber. Off the plate, 3-1 the count. Fouled back. Strike 2.
Let's go, Nick.
Justin Turcotte on deck for the Voltigeurs. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, that takes a bad hop for Kingston DeLille and gets it to the outfield. Goodleaf knocks it down, but runs 4 and 5 of the inning will come across the bag. And that's going to do it for the top of the 3rd inning.
Everybody here, 5.
Well, welcome back to the hospital ball field. Bottom of the third inning, U13A matchup. The Warhawks and the Suroit Blue Voltigeurs. Suroit up by a score of 13-0. As the little stares at strike one down the pipe. Felix St. Pierre, his third inning of work.
Okay, good. Regarde courir vers l'avant, t'es bon.
DeLille lays off the outside pitch, even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's strike 2. Here's the windup in the 1-2. And DeLille does a good job staying alive and keeping this at-bat going. Just got a fingertip on it. 1-2 the count.
1-2.
And that's high and inside for an even count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup in the 2-2. That's high, and it's a full count now on DeLille. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Matis Levac, the call-up from the U13A Suroit Rays, is on deck. And DeLille lays off the high stuff, and that's ball 4. And a leadoff base hit runner for the Warhawks to start the bottom of the third. And in steps Levac. Foul back, 0-1 the count. Top of the lineup is coming up next with Slade Two Rivers. Ball goes outside and it takes a big time bounce out to first. Boy, if there was a runner on third right there, we'd have a stolen home.
Go, Felix.
DeLille gets to second. Inside. You have to wonder how St. Pierre's feeling. It's his third inning of work. This is generally speaking where you really start to feel the fatigue. Big cut by Levac, and he swings and misses for strike 2. He was trying to hit that one inside the reception at the County Memorial Hospital Center. Here's the 2-2. Off-speed pitch gets in there, and that's strike 3. 1 down. So here's Slade Two Rivers stepping into bat.
Hey, Ben, recule un peu. Zach, passe-toi par là.
Ball gets off the plate, and DeLille takes off. Throw down to third. And DeLille gets the third. That's his second steal.
On oublie celui-là, OK? On va chercher nos retraits, OK? Les retraits à voir. On va chercher nos retraits.
Ooh, Slade breaking out the pitching wedge, trying to chip that one onto the green. And that's strike 1. Not much of a heavy shift here either for the Patriots. Outside, 2-1 the count. See the play, the left fielder is actually playing away from the foul line. And Slade smokes this one right down said foul line, and that'll be an RBI single First Slade, Two Rivers, and the Warhawks are on the board. So there was a big hole right in between the middle infielder, or the third baseman, and left field, as well as that first base line. RBI single for Two Rivers. Warhawks on the board. Danny Cross stepping into bat as a throwback the first. Two Rivers touching the bag. Jojerdo do horn on deck. And the throw back the first. Slade is jumping right now. And Slade takes off. He got a good jump to throw to second. Two Rivers is aboard. Or at least on second. Throw back to second. Hey, so they're actually saying that there's no balk rule. How about that?
Yeah, good call.
Good, because I have no idea how to explain it, as that one's fouled back.
Because when they have the feet,
C'est ça, il met sa pied sur le... Il met, puis il bouge.
il enlève, il déplace, il enlève son pied de la plaque, il s'en va de même, puis là, il peut le faire sans l'enlever.
Ah.
If he's still in the feet...
All right, so my explanation was right earlier. If you move as a pitcher and you're trying to throw to the bag, you cannot come off the bag after you've already begun your motion, as Two Rivers gets to third on the steal.
Oh!
Ball gets away! Oh, it's out. And that's going to be a run. That's a run. So Slade, Two Rivers has scored as the ball goes out of play. And there you see him, Spider-Man.
Hey, Clint.
13-2. Base is empty. Unfortunately for Cross, that's not going to be an RBI. 13-2 as we get back to the action with St. Pierre and Aradeha Danny Cross. Cross, oh! I think you could hear the umpire in the back. If you saw where the umpire got hit, I think you could hear him say, foul ball. Just kidding there, ump. Upstairs, 2-2 the count. As a former goaltender, I can tell you that gives me PTSD. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs, and we got a full count. Inside, and that is ball 4. Cross draws a walk, and in steps Jojerdo do horn. He lined out hard to right back in the first. Off the plate, want to know the count. Nashton Mayo on deck, he drew a walk back in the second. 13-2 here in the bottom of the third. 2 runs in for the Hawks, both in this inning. Horn on the ground, it bounces to second, the flip to second in time, throw down to first. And Horn's on with a fielder's choice. And there are 2 outs for Nashton Mayo. Mayo, of course, hit that inside the park home run that started the Warhawks rally last year in the game against the Voltigeurs. That was U13A last year. The Warhawks were down 10-2 in that game and came back to win 12-11 on this day 1 year ago. I saw that in my Facebook memories today. As Mayo trying to club that one over the fence, and he comes up empty, strike one. Don't forget last year in that regionals game, we saw someone in U13 hit the ball over the fence. Mayo lays off the outside stuff, even count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here. 2 runs in for the Warhawks. Mayo, a high bouncer, and it gets through. And Horn gets to second. That's a base hit for Nashton Mayo. And in will step the catcher, U13A Daibo, who has struck out looking. Daibo represents what would be run number 5 of the inning, and she misses this one. 0-1 the count. Good swing though. Just got to level it out a little bit. Outside. Shane Jacobs is on deck for Kahnawake. And that's hit off the edge of the bat to first. Mayo gets back to first, but unfortunately it does not matter. That was out number 3 on the pop-out. Warhawks score 2. It's a 13-2 game. We welcome you back here to Friday Night Lights, top of the 4th inning. 13-2 Suroit Voltigeurs Bleu. And there's a shot to left. And it'll get by the left fielder and go towards the warning track. First pitch swinging. Two Rivers is going to run it in. So that's a leadoff double. Ball off the plate, 1-0. So Kahnawake has moved to third. Kingston DeLille at second. Georgiero Duhorn at first. Slade Two Rivers has moved to short. I can't tell who that is in center though. U13A Daibo behind the plate. It looks like Nashton Mayo has moved to right. And they under that the Nukwas. Goodleaf is in left type. Oh, Shane Jacobs is in center. Okay, here you go. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. That's in there for strike 1. Good pitch. They had Danny Cross, who came in the second. That's strike 2, and this is his 3rd inning of work. Here's a pitch. And you can hit the jackpot like Cross did right there at Mohawk Super Bingo. Proud sponsor of this game. That's out number 1 here in the top half of the fourth inning.
Let's go, Benji.
And in steps Benjamin Boutier. Boutier skies this one to deep center. And that'll get over the head of the center fielder, Jacobs. 1 run scores. And it's an RBI double for Boutier, 14-2. And here's Loic Boursier, who has walked twice and scored 2 runs. Boursier fouls this one for strike 1. Foul tipped in the mitt, strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed. Throw down to first in time. That's a strikeout, and you could hit the jackpot like Cross just did there with the K at Mohawk Super Bingo. That's the second out of the inning. And in steps Noah Richard, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. And my battery's about to die, so while we're taking this time out, we're going to take a pause for the cause. Welcome back to the bottom half of the fourth. 1 down here. Shane Jacobs just went down on strikes. Here comes Leonardo Denuquas. Goodleaf taking strike 1. 0-1 the count. That's swung on and missed, strike 2. Here's Boutier's pitch. 1-2 the count. By the way, what happened in the last inning was the base runner going from second to third actually stole, and as a result was called out, and that was the third out of the inning. That's strike 3, and that's the second out here. And the Warhawks are down to their final outs. And it is Kingston DeLille. Upstairs, 1-0 the count. Strike 1 at the knees. DeLille has walked, stolen 2 bases, and scored a run. Hit on the ground to short. Tough play to throw to first. And that is in time, and that's going to do it here at the Hospital Ball Field. Your final score: Suroit Blue Voltigeurs 14, Kahnawake Warhawks 2. 1-2-3 go the Warhawks in the fourth. We'll see you on Sunday night when the U13A Warhawks play host to the Terrebonne Gladiators at Field of Dreams. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories. We're out of here. On to Giwahe.